Hey, what's going on guys? John Shea here from the No Shame Income blog, and today I'm going to be doing a review of a software platform called PhoneWagon, which is actually a call tracking system for digital marketing agencies, freelancers, and really for business owners. So if you guys are brand new on the channel here, be sure to throw me a thumbs up on the video, and if you actually decide to go back and leave me a comment on this video, I will actually go back and reply to your comment. As well as if you're new on the channel, be sure to subscribe. So yeah, let's jump into today's video. I'm going to bring you over to my desktop and we're actually going to walk through the PhoneWagon software. I'm going to show you some of the features and what this software is all about. Alright, so we're over on my desktop and I want to walk you guys through a software platform that I actually discovered probably about a year and a half ago. And I think this is really ultimately a great alternative for some of the other competing softwares in this space. But basically what this is a phone call tracking software for marketing agencies, freelancers, anybody that is trying to get some better idea of what's going on with where their phone calls are going, being able to listen to those phone calls and track ultimately sources of where the phone calls are coming from. So if you are doing anything in terms of, say, running Google AdWords campaigns for businesses, if you are working with any form of local business and doing marketing for them, if you are a local business, this is going to be an awesome software for you to be able to track and really see what's going on with your marketing efforts and be able to get a full kind of big picture view of everything that's going on. One of the things that I really like about this is I actually had a chance to speak with the owner of the product. The CEO, his name is Ryan, and I had a chance to actually get on Skype with him and talk to him about the product. I would say that there's another advantage there, that when you reach out to support, he's actually one of the people that will go in and basically reply and kind of get an idea of, hey, I'm actually going to be here to help you. Unlike some of the other softwares, it could take maybe 24 hours even to just hear back, and you're not necessarily going to be able to talk to the founder of the software. So you've got this real opportunity here where if you want to provide feedback or you have ideas for things that you would want improved, you can actually directly get in touch potentially with the owner of the software. Again, his name is Ryan. So that was one of the key things that kind of drew me to this particular software, is that just having the ability to be able to speak with him and provide feedback and get a little bit better understanding of how to do things with the software. So I'm just going to quickly walk you through the homepage. You can see they've been utilized by a lot of different marketing agencies. You can track your marketing spend, win more customers, and ultimately this is something that you don't have to be very technical to actually understand how to use. So when you sign up with PhoneWagon, you get the ability to set up your phone number instantly. You can use international phone numbers, local numbers, toll-free, port existing numbers in, and then obviously you get all of the call recording features. You can create unlimited user accounts and separate client accounts. So if you want to set yourself up as an agency and then set up all your different client accounts within the software, you can do that. You have the ability to set up keyword tracking through AdWords, and they've got native integrations with Google Analytics, AdWords, and automated text replies. Another awesome feature of this particular software is you can actually do a 14-day free trial. So if you just want to try it out, it is free to try. I'm going to leave a link below in the description if you guys want to sign up. I am an affiliate of the software, so if you decide to sign up for a paid pricing plan, I will earn a commission. So just wanted to note that if you guys do decide to try this out. So I'm actually logged in and I want to show you around the dashboard a little bit, give you an idea of what this is all about. So I'm actually using one of my client accounts. They're not super active on this one right now, but we do have some activity if I go back. So I'm just gonna go back here to I'll just do May, and we'll go to now, which is about September, end of September. So I'm gonna apply this, and you can see we can actually track all the calls. You get kind of this bar chart here, the total calls, how many calls were first time calls, and then you have really the different campaigns that you've built. So in this case, they were running AdWords. They're no longer doing that at the moment. But when they were running AdWords campaigns, we could see the caller number, what campaign it came from, which in this case, everything was AdWords. But if we wanted to have another number, say on their website or on Yelp, different types of listing or places where they might have their marketing efforts being done, you could track all that through the separate campaigns. You can see a status of if they're a first-time caller or repeat caller, what number they dialed, which this is the number we set up for them, how long the call was, and what time the call came through, as well as the date. So the other great thing with this is on any of these calls, you can actually go in and you'll have the ability to go back and you can actually listen to the recordings if you want to. And it's a great way to get an idea of, like, you know, was this a good lead? Did this turn into a sale? And you could use this as a way to kind of get a better idea of if your marketing efforts are working. You can also go in here and change column settings. So if you want to add other things, there's more data in it as well for AdWords fields. You can export this data. You have the ability to sort by day, week, month. And you've also got the ability to go in and set up your various numbers. So here we've got one number that I set up. This is the tracking line that they created, which you can create pretty much instantaneously off of any area code. And then you set up your forwarding number, and this will basically give you a full tracking. So if I wanted to create more numbers, I could go in here, do add number, and I now have the ability to create local, toll-free, and dynamic numbers. So depending on what you're doing, you know, local numbers great for offline email and PPC, which would be like AdWords. Toll-free would be just a little bit more credibility for your business. And then you could do dynamic, which are better for sourcing from, say, a website. And they've got some features in here that you could set up, you know, dynamic numbers that you could utilize, you know, put that on your website, and this will be able to really give you a full understanding of what's happening. So again, pretty easy. You set up your campaign, you can track where the calls are coming from, what type of calls you're tracking. You could have some extra functionality, like you could get text messages, you could choose to record the calls or not, play a greeting, so when they pick up the phone it'll say, you know, hey, this is so and so, have some basic greeting. And you could also do a whisper message, which usually is just like when they first pick up the phone, it may say something like, this call may be recorded. Then of course you just swap in the number, area code, and you've got some advanced options if you want to add in a few other things. They kind of tell you a little bit about this, like once visitors land on the site, you know, different things with like activity and cookies and things like that. So there's some tracking scripts that you can install on the website. And then you've more or less just got your company settings, your integrations, notifications, things like that. So here's where you can implement analytics, AdWords, if you have HubSpot or Salesforce. You've got your notifications if you want to get like an email summary or email alerts based on different things. Maybe get an email every week that says, here were your calls for the week. Then you've also got users, so if you want to add, like, say, your client, or if you want to give other people functionality to be able to log in, you don't have to share the same login. As well as you can block numbers, and that's more or less the base features. You've also got the ability to do some advanced reporting if you want to do that. You can see here's like a little bar chart. I'll do the custom range again so we have a little bit better idea of how this is kind of coming together. I'll just go back to like March, and we'll go to September. And that should do it. So if we hit apply, you can now see we got 47 calls, and of course it's all the same campaign, but you can get a better idea of like what's going on. So you could come up with a better report versus what you see in the dashboard settings there. And you can also do call status, so you could get another variation of, like, you know, maybe they're answering, they're not answering, calls are abandoned, all kinds of cool stuff you could get out of these reports. So the beauty of this is for agencies, you can come in here and actually create separate companies. So if I had another client, I could come in here, put in their time zone, display my local time zone, and then ultimately add the separate companies, and everything will be segmented for those different businesses. So one of the other reasons I really do like this software and I want to mention is they're very competitive on pricing. If you actually go and set up your standard campaign, you can do 5 numbers for just $25 a month, and that includes 500 minutes. So pretty good deal. That's the one that I'm currently using for this particular client. They just signed up with their account. They wanted full access to everything, so they're paying the $25 a month, and we could set up to 5 numbers. And if I did want to add other clients, I could just split those numbers, you know, among those clients. Let's say I was doing 2 numbers per client, I could do, you know, at least up to one or two, maybe up to 3 campaigns, probably 2. And in other cases, if I wanted to do maybe 1 campaign per client, I could set up 5 different companies, all with one tracking line. Maybe if I was doing Facebook ads or AdWords for each client, I could do that, and I'd still only be paying the $25 a month. If you want more numbers and you want to, you know, really scale this up, they have higher tiered pricing plans, and then they do also have unlimited usage plans if you're worried about going over the minutes. Usually shouldn't be an issue when starting out, but they do have options for that if you think there'll be a lot of minutes getting utilized. So pretty awesome. I'm going to leave again a link below in the description if you want to check out PhoneWagon. They do have a free trial. And again, let me know if you have any questions, leave a comment, and thanks for watching.